We're in the control room for Studio A at the Cape Cod Community Media Center, and I'm whispering because the volunteers, and yes, they are volunteers, are working to produce a new show. Now, the volunteers at the Cape Cod Community Media Center have a lot of fun, but they do produce shows about serious topics, like homelessness. The Duffy Health Center is dedicated to providing health care to the homeless and those at risk of being homeless, and they rolled out a new way to reach people in need, the Duffy Mobile Health Clinic. All Access was at the ribbon cutting in Yarmouth.
Duffy Health Center's mission is to serve individuals across Cape Cod who are homeless or at risk for homelessness. And we've had clinics operating in the Hyannis area for several years. And this is the culmination of a year's worth of effort to expand our outreach services throughout the Cape. We were very fortunate. We got some local funding from the Community Foundation of Cape Cod, Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation, and the United Way. And we were able to put a team on the road, a nurse practitioner and a case manager, and they began doing outreach to homeless and at-risk individuals 1 day a week in Provincetown, 1 day a week in Falmouth. And what we discovered was a need. So this represents a huge leap up in our capacity to deliver service. Fully equipped exam room with a nurse practitioner on board every time the vehicle's out in the field. There'll be a case manager on board every time it's out in the field, and that person will really be serving to assist folks to access community services, help them enroll for benefits. There's wireless technology on the vehicle, so there'll be computers and the capacity to take applications for health benefits. Several days a week we will also have a mental health clinician on board who will be available to do some screenings and follow-up service, so that if people need to be connected for some individual counseling and they meet the Duffy mission, they can obtain their services right on the vehicle. It might take a while for the word to get out, and then again, it might.
I think that there are so many people here on Cape Cod, the homeless and those that are at risk of being homeless, that are unable to get to the Duffy Health Center in Hyannis, and to have this mobile unit going from one end of the Cape to the other to provide service is probably one of the most important things that could be happening here on Cape Cod at this time.
I think it's very important to the town of Yarmouth. It's going to help a lot of people who are unable to afford insurance and afford the care that they need, and hopefully it'll lead them on to a program that will be able to assist them later on.
Having the van here locally on Tuesdays, it'll just be a place for them to come maybe quickly, because sometimes there's a small window of opportunity to actually convince someone that they need to be seen immediately, and if we can do it this way, we're liable to solve a lot of problems while they're still small.
Homelessness really is an issue here on the Cape, though it is not as widely seen as one may think, being the Cape in a summer spot and so forth. What I would say is pay attention. Talk to your neighbors. We don't do that enough. We often don't even know our neighbors. And if you believe somebody is at risk, refer them to one of our community health clinics or to Duffy.